It was a long drive into town, and we got to see a lot of scenery. And the more we drove, the more we liked it. And by the time we passed the sign outside of Ord, Kathy turned to me and she goes, "I feel like we're coming home." And we decided that this was probably where God was calling us. So we were all very excited when we got the news that we were going to have a child. Connor was born, and we thought everything was fine. But it wasn't too long after that that we discovered that something was amiss, that his blood oxygen saturation was 10 points low. They sent him off to Kearney, and morning turned into afternoon, and the afternoon turned into late afternoon, and he was still on oxygen, and there still was no change. Dr. Pasoda said there's something very serious here, and he needs to be flown out to Children's Hospital because the problems are beyond what we do here. I asked Kathy if she wanted me to baptize him, and she said yes. So I prayed, "God, if you let him live, perhaps he'll bring glory to your name."
Connor was admitted to the neonatal intensive care unit when he was transported into Children's Hospital. Special studies and special x-rays were taken to really detail what exactly was wrong with his heart and what needed to be done. Basically, you have two ventricles, two pumping chambers to your heart. Connor was missing one of those.
In the face of a problem like this, there is something that can be done, but it is risky, it is potentially dangerous, and there's no quick fix.
Dr. Danford gave us 3 options. He said we could opt for a heart transplant. He gave him an 80% chance that he would die. The second option was a procedure that's relatively new called a Norwood procedure, and he gave Connor a 50-50 chance with it. And then the third option, he said, "I'm not recommending this necessarily," was to take him home and let him die. We figured that we would go with his best odds.
So what needed to be done was a surgery that would allow blood to go both to the body and the lungs. And to do that, you got to make pieces that aren't designed to do what they're doing. You kind of have to knit a new heart. There are only probably 30 centers in the country that could do the kind of surgery that Connor needed, and probably only 40 or 50 in the world. Connor's prognosis is really pretty good, I think. Connor's risk going in the door was probably 50%. He had a 50-50 chance of making it. With each stage along the way, his odds get better and better.
I believe God works through people like Dr. Duncan and Children's Hospital. I'm obviously biased. I think God was at the helm, but the doctors and nurses at Children's Hospital did a superb job. And all the prayers across the country, the real miracle was what God did through everyone. They gave Connor his life back.
I feel that the new hospital is going to be important because of what it offers to the children and to their families. The hopes and dreams that I have and that we all share as a community and as a children's family for Children's Hospital is the same vision that was embedded 50 years ago by people in this community when they recognized the need for a facility to care for the unique needs of children. A facility that would never turn a child away because of the family's inability to afford to pay for their care. And I think that vision that was created by those people over 50 years ago is the same vision that we hold for Children's Hospital today.
Come to find that all along